So then I says to Mabel, I says, all right, so welcome back. I'm just going to do like a recap of our first full day in Vegas. We did arrive Monday evening, but we didn't have much time to do very much. We did some wandering around
A
when we
little
got
bit,
here.
yeah. Well, because we had to go to CVS and get drinks to put in the fridge.
Which includes this, which is not available in Canada, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Absolutely fantastic. Diet Dr. Pepper's good too, but dessert, that tastes exactly like regular Dr. Pepper, so that's not bad. Last night we checked out, and I wanted to talk about Omega Mart, which apparently
we went to Area 15.
Area 15 because
Omega Mart.
we had tickets to go see Omega Mart, which is a bizarreness that
Yeah, we had that recommended to us that we go to.
I don't know how easy it is
Thanks, Kim.
I don't know how easy it is to describe it.
To me, it was kind of like
Interactive
walking
art.
into a sci-fi type movie.
And
It
then
was like being in a movie.
And then there's artwork, and immediately we recognized that it was like had been used by Tool. And then sure enough, when we got home, when we got back to the hotel, I did find out that yes, it's Alex Gray. And so
fantastic.
Alex Gray's artwork is absolutely awesome. There's stuff I wanted to buy of his, and it sells out like that. So as soon as I get a notice that there's something on sale, I'm like, oh no, it's gone.
I know. I've looked at his hoodies with his artwork on it for years.
And they had some fun hoodies there that had his artwork.
They
were pricey,
cool, but they were pretty well made. They were reversible.
So
Fun stuff.
there's a store at the front, which it's a store where you can buy stuff, but at the same time it's like, okay, so the stuff we bought, nutrient-rich pellets for Homo sapiens. So that's mixed nuts, but it's nutrient-rich pellets for Homo sapiens. Advanced formula attracts a wide variety, and it has check marks next to adults, adolescents, and seniors. 100% edible deluxe mixed nut feed, not desirable to birds, is on there as well. Easy to chew. Real food look. Eco-Vittles. Yeah, deluxe mixed nuts, and then they got the weight on there. And so I mean, it was not cheap, but who cares? It was
Social
something
behavior,
fun.
written language, and awareness of mortality.
It's basically this idea of if
Verified taste.
if you had aliens write the descriptions of things, and then if you go into the back, so there's the front where it's the store, and in the back is where you get into all this weird storyline. There's this very convoluted storyline that apparently, yes, we got an empty can of dehydrated water because we had to. That's for
we have teenage boys.
That's for
and
Gabriel.
We have one teenage
Gabriel will
boy
love that.
that I know that he is going to get such a kick out of this, and it's one little part of Vegas that I know our boys would have loved.
Yes, which is
There's
not on the strip.
a lot of other
It's not on the
stuff
strip.
for them, but that's something they
There
would
were a
have
lot of
loved.
teenagers in
But-
Area 15, and I understand
yeah,
it.
we were kind of old.
When we went in, the first thing I said to her was, if I was a teenager, this would be my hangout. This was absolutely, I would just come in here after school, and I'd be here.
They had like a golf thing. You could
They had
do
a zip
little
lining
zip
kind
line
of thing.
A lot of black light. A lot of like bar lounges or
Yeah.
eateries.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun stuff in there.
Just neat stuff to look at. But
So-
Omega Mart, it was really funny.
Omega Mart was funny, and there's like little puzzles you can figure out, and you pay $3
Like a
for a little
storyline.
$3 for a little card you can use to scan places, and then you put together what this storyline adds up to, and apparently that takes 2 hours to go through and figure out all the
Which
puzzles.
to me, that's where I think it felt kind of like being in a movie. I think they
Yeah.
could absolutely make a movie
Like,
with that little.
We went by that
storyline
one
that
room
they
with the
made.
3 scientists there. Apparently, if you ask
Yeah.
them questions and talk to them, they'll give you some of the clues as to what's going on and what happened.
We didn't do that part.
No, we really enjoyed
Omega
the
Mart part.
walking around,
Just
and
looking.
you can see like parts where there's portal wormhole kind of stuff going on. You can open up all of the refrigeration areas, and there's always something behind each door that you open up. It was a lot of fun, and apparently there was about 300 artists that worked on putting this together.
You can tell it took a lot of time and
A lot of
a lot
money.
of work
That was
yeah,
pricey.
I said it had to be really expensive and take a long time to make
The
it.
slides were closed for cleaning. They are very steep. They are long slides.
Terrifying.
It looks like they'll just launch you out the bottom.
They're big metal.
So
Pass.
I don't think I would have gone down one of
No.
those slides personally. I might have. I might have been talked
wouldn't.
into it. I don't know that. I
this
know
feeling
she
would
wouldn't
make
have.
me dizzy.
I would have paid you like $5 to go down one.
Would you?
$5.
That'd be weird.
I would have paid you like $5 to go down one, just because the screams would have been funny. I would be worried I'd get stuck at some point or something would happen.
It's a metal slide. You'd be going so fast. You'd have
True.
some good momentum.
True.
There's no way you'd get stuck.
So we did that yesterday. We did a lot of wandering around.
We went on the tram.
We did the monorail.
We
did the
little-
tram. We did the tram to Treasure Island,
Yeah, very
and
short, but that was
we
good
did the
too.
monorail as well
Yeah.
back to here, which felt a lot like SkyTrain for those
It
back in
did,
Vancouver.
with less people.
A
SkyTrain
lot
with
less people, and
And you
it
get
doesn't
out, you
move
feel
quite
like
as
you're
fast.
Kind of in a back alley.
It doesn't move quite as fast, and when we got out, I was like, where did it drop us? Where are we?
We just kind of tried to shove this
And then
in
you just
somewhere.
gotta keep following lines. Well, they probably shoehorned it in, so
Yeah.
they're like, well, I guess we'll put the station here and just put a bunch of arrows.
But it was nice being able to not have to walk.
One thing in
So
Las
nice
Vegas
back.
is that you may look out and go, oh, I can see that. We can do that. That's right there. We can get there. And then you go out and you try to actually get to that point, and you're walking for hours. And you're like, I'm still
And
not
it's
there
40
yet.
degrees.
How are we still? Yeah, and the temperature, which was supposed to be 37 this week, yesterday was 40. Today it's supposed to be 40. So now we're up to the 40-degree weather, which is like, again, when the last time we were here in 2019, I think it was up to like 42, 43,
It was really
44.
hot and windy.
And
It
it
was
was
very
it
windy
was
that
it was bad. So it's not as bad as that this time around.
No.
We had a pretty good time yesterday. A lot of wandering around, a lot of shopping.
Which is so fun.
A lot of little kiosk kind of stuff. A lot of the like Vegas materials.
I like going to those stores.
Yeah.
One of the really nice things about Vegas is just wandering around and looking at all of not just the shops. The shops are really fun to look at, but all the architecture of the different
Yep.
casinos and hotels. Like they have artwork on the ceiling and
Yep.
yeah.
And then
It's really fun.
our plan is
I like
from here we've got free tickets now for the MJ Live.
Yeah.
Free
It's supposed to be
tickets
really good.
for
And the high roller.
the high
We're gonna go
roller.
on the high roller.
We're gonna go on the
We've
high
never done
roller.
that.
We haven't done that one. We'll definitely do a video while we're on that.
Oh yes.
Because it's a 40-minute trip around.
It's like
So
the
we're
Eye
gonna
of
do that.
London. It
Yeah.
looks very much
Yeah,
like
it's very
the Eye
similar.
of London.
We're doing Penn and Teller on Friday.
Yeah, we've tried to do that. This is
is
our
the
third try.
Third try at Penn and Teller.
We've had
Um,
canceled tickets before.
Yeah, it's been canceled the first 2 times. So here's to hoping Teller doesn't break his hand again. Here's to hoping nobody gets sick this
Yeah.
time. And so fingers crossed we should be able to see that on Friday. You wanted to see the RuPaul thing on.
I do. We'll see when we can fit that
we'll
in.
see.
There's 2 times for that.
There's
so
either the RuPaul
Crazy.
thing or the drag brunch.
which is also RuPaul.
Right. And then
Just different places.
we're
That
looking
sounds
at
really
maybe going to see Rouge because that's not too far from
Yeah.
here.
That one's rated really high too.
Yeah, that one's got a very high rating. And yeah, because we want to stay around here because it again, traveling in 40-degree heat, not a lot of fun. And this is where like locals in Las Vegas will usually suggest the things that are off strip, and I understand, but this is really the touristy. This is where you're meant to be.
It's really convenient in it. If
Although-
you don't have to have time for traveling.
We did a rite of passage this morning for anybody who's been in Vegas. We did the rite of passage in order to get the tickets for MJ Live, in order to get a free lunch at the Brazilian restaurant just across the way, in order to get the free tickets for High Roller. We did the timeshare thing this morning.
No, they made it very clear they're
I'm
not a
proud-
timeshare.
They are a timeshare. It's a
Do
creative
not
way
recommend.
it's a creative way of doing it, and I will say that it makes sense for some people, I would think.
Yes,
Like some
I
of what they
hated it.
talked about
I will
would make
never
some
do
sense.
that again. But we got a bunch of free tickets. They did So if you're wondering, they do actually give you the free tickets.
Yes, it's not a scam.
We did get all of our
And
free tickets.
the one we went to is here on the Strip. It's just next to the Cosmopolitan, so it was not like we had to go out of the way. A lot of them will take you off Strip for the pitch, and we had no interest in that. We found that out the first trip. We're like, we're going where?
Put
No,
us in a
mm-mm.
van? No, we're not.
Nah, I don't go to the secondary crime scene. So just
Right.
personally, it was different.
I
It was different.
did not like it.
But the fact that we're from Canada made
No.
some of it easier too at
It
the end,
did.
because they're like, well, since you're Canadian, we won't be really wanting to call you. Yep,
Ah, that's
shucky
too
darn.
bad.
That's too bad. That's
We don't have any
shucks.
American friends that we can give their phone
Darn
number
it.
to you.
Yeah, we really
Sorry.
don't. We really don't. So, if you're an American subscriber and I have a way of contacting you, I did not give them your information. So, promise. Absolute promise from me on that one. But I mean, it was.
Why not? People give our email out all
It
the
did.
time.
It did not take.
All the time.
It did not take an hour and a half.
No, it didn't. I pointed it out. I don't know if you could see. He had
The
a
clock
phone
only
next to him that
got
had a
only
timer
got to
on it.
58 minutes when they finished.
Yep.
And then they tried selling us, but I mean, I was as diplomatic as possible, and I also
was not.
I made it
as
clear. I made it clear to the guy. I
diplomatic.
understand this is what you have to do. This is your job. This is that, and that's fine. But we're not buying anything. So we didn't, and we got the free tickets. So I did that as a rite of passage. Will not do it again.
No,
Will not do it again.
I did not like that at all.
see for me.
There was one other woman in the room that I could also tell was very similar as I was.
For me, I've been
I'm
to
not
some
sure.
evangelical churches, and
I
I'm
even
kind of
asked
used to
Shannon
that.
during it. So is he or was he an evangelical pastor or cult leader?
No, I
One
think
or the other. The clapping was weird.
I think it's like a I don't know if motivational speakers and the type have like
That
a
would
class
not
they
motivate
do.
me to do anything. Oh my gosh.
Well, no, but you
Mm-mm.
wouldn't respond well to motivational
Nope.
speakers anyways.
No,
You would not be somebody to go to a Tony Robbins thing. Go,
No.
you know, he's got some really good ideas.
no.
I'm gonna go for that. Self-actualize. Nah, no
Mm-mm.
thanks. I'm good. So that was an experience, and then whatever we do from here, we'll do a review of tomorrow, on today. But I wore the right shirt. I intentionally wore the Brondo shirt with the electrolytes to this thing this morning because I was like, I want them to know Brondo. Like, okay, this is what you're dealing with. This is me. But yeah, so the one thing too is I will say this. The price that they'll quote, they will come down.
They keep lowering
They
it
will just come down.
as you
They'll
tell
keep
them
coming
no.
down. I'm like, I can't, no, I just, it doesn't work for me. Okay, how does this price work? It doesn't.
Throw in a
no.
free holiday.
We'll do this, and I mean, it's weird, but you can take my son, and he can move in with you. He can just clean your house. No, I'm sorry, but yeah, it was interesting. I don't think it was that hard of a sell.
I think they knew that we weren't budging.
But I also don't think they did a hard. I've been through hard sells,
Those make me
and
very
those are
uncomfortable.
like the door-to-door kind of thing where they
I
kind of
don't
get their
like
foot
it.
in your door and they kind of won't
Yeah.
leave. I've been through that experience, and I didn't feel like it was that. So
Mm-hmm.
it was different. So I had that feels like I had to have that Vegas experience. So when we go back through that past that kiosk, we're gonna have to say something to the guy who signed us up for that.
He told us not to buy anything
did.
though, so
He did. He
they
did
were
tell
nice.
us. And the guy who, before we went in there, came
He
over
was
and talked
nice.
to us about the buses and everything. Great guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did really
Very,
like him.
very outgoing, very nice guy. Honestly, and he was talking to me about how I was a YouTuber, and he's like, oh, it gave me a great idea. And if he starts a YouTube channel, if it's not a success, this platform does not work. He was absolutely fantastic.
I really like
He
him.
just, he was great.
He's an older gentleman. He had to have been late 60s.
He kind of reminded me of Scatman Crothers.
Do
Do you know who Scatman Crothers is?
The
You've seen The Shining.
Yes. Oh.
The guy
oh,
from The Shining.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And that's kind of who in his person. He's just really outgoing.
And he-
Like if he'd
did you
offered us
notice
ice cream and talked in my head, I don't think I would have
Did
been
you
that
notice
surprised.
his nice jacket?
Yes.
It's made out of a seersucker.
Yes. He
That
was.
a nice
He's
jacket.
well dressed, well spoken, very
Yeah.
nice older
And he
gentleman,
had really cool glasses.
and a very, very nice personality. And I remember thinking, if this is the guy trying to sell us the timeshare,
I
he'd be
know,
fine.
he should do
He
the
was-
presentation.
He was
He
good.
probably wouldn't have been
He was-
clapping along to
He
the
was
video.
he was
So
good.
weird.
And you know what? They probably would have got more people to sign up to be like, I can't turn this guy down. He's great. What a great guy. So
Or I think if they had a woman doing it,
maybe
I would have appreciated a
Maybe.
woman doing it.
it depends. It depends. But it's part of the Vegas experience. We've done it. We did that. So proud of myself on that one. And I was glad we went to Omega Mart because it was something off the the strip, and it was
Yeah.
different. And if you are around here, if you're like, oh, I might go to Vegas, I might bring kids. First off, there's this Barbie thing,
teenagers.
the Barbie thing that's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's in Aria, isn't it? Or is it
Crystals. Wasn't that in the crystals?
Crystals? Yeah,
Yeah.
the Crystals. So there's that
right
going
by,
on.
by the entrance to the Skywalk.
And I
that
think
leads
I
to
think we're gonna
Mercantile.
get some stuff for Adelaide
Yeah.
before we leave, Barbie related. They've got like
So many.
really
ones.
fun Barbie stuff, so that's good for
They're not
kids.
overpriced or anything.
It does feel like the strip's got more stuff for kids to do now than it
Yeah.
did the last time we were here.
Though that Rocky
So-
from Paw Patrol, kind of terrifying.
Every
Oh, no,
time,
Woody.
some of
Woody
the-
looks-
so did Minnie Mouse. Some of the
fake
characters on
Mickey
the
and Minnie's
strip,
always look scary.
Some
So
of the
that
sc-
Woody
some of them-
was terrible.
they look like the characters in Disney if they've seen some serious crap. Like they have seen some things. Like you sent them to Vegas.
Family video.
You sent them to Vegas and they saw some stuff. Okay. And the problem is I can't take a picture of their faces like that because then I have to pay them.
Which,
So I
you
can't
know,
take a
I
picture.
totally
And
get.
yes,
That has to be so hard for them
Yes.
being in those costumes.
it's
when
40
40
degrees.
out.
It is broiling and they're in a costume and
I
I
hope-
respect that.
I hope are they able to drink water in there somehow? They have to be able to, right?
They probably have something
Maybe they have
rigged
one of
up.
those packs with
Rigged
the
up,
straws.
you'd have the water down at your ankle
I hope so.
and something like that. Probably.
But how would like the Spider-Man and Black Panther do it?
Black Panther can't.
That poor Black Panther. But his
Black
one is
Panther's
hot.
Black Panther's onesie. It's
His look like one you get from
I
Spirit
will
Halloween.
not I will not wear that. So do not buy me that.
It
I
looked like a
would
Spirit
not wear
Halloween
that.
costume, but the other ones are those big like mascot ones. They could have the water pack.
I don't wear really tight
Black
clothes.
Panther and Spider-Man
I
wouldn't be able
don't,
to.
I don't wear really tight clothes and I'm pretty
But
sure you
they'd be
can't
able
wear
to drink
underwear
out of a
underneath.
cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I would hope they do. Otherwise, you might see.
I don't know. I don't know that you can. That's so like
Yeah, you could. You could wear those boxer briefs.
I guess. I'm not going to ask him. I'm not going to walk in, "Hey, Black Panther." I'm not going to do
What
that.
kind of undergarments?
Nope, I'm not.
You wearing anything under there?
Sir, we don't take those
Want to
kinds
know.
of pictures. It's not what I was asking.
Charge extra.
I don't think we, not on the strip, we're not doing that.
I almost, I was really tempted to ask one of the girls, so do you get some awkward sunburns?
Oh, with the,
The ones that have like, well, not just, they could have.
well, and she
weird
had
tan
them down
lines.
here.
Well, because they have the straps that hold their money pouches,
Right.
and then their bums are like totally out. Remember that one that had the super high cut?
Yeah.
You could get some
Yeah.
nice lines.
It's different. It's definitely different in Vegas. But again, I respect the hustle.
Yeah, you got.
I respect
gotta
the hustle.
Make money somehow.
I pay compliments where I can,
Yes.
and I respect the hustle
A lot of the girls have really fun boots, so
and the shoes.
I do let them know.
Those
Yeah,
two with
with the
the feather
platforms.
boas.
Yeah, they had fun platform boots.
Yep, absolutely.
And there were two that I saw yesterday. I wasn't with you. They had like knee-high white boots, and I did let them know that their boots were really cool.
Wouldn't
were
those be
fun.
hot?
Yes, they would.
Wouldn't they be like they wouldn't
They're
be
hot.
leather,
They
but they'd be
make-
pleather probably?
Probably. They
Eesh.
would definitely be hot.
That's something. So again, I respect the hustle. They're the hard sell. That some of them there's one girl last night was kind of obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to yell.
Really nice, but
You don't have to yell every 2 seconds. We want a picture. Like we know what you're there for. We know what the whole deal is. So they don't have to yell every 10 seconds. But it's fun being back in Vegas. It's fun being on the strip. And we're here and we leave on Sunday, so we have plenty of time. And we will be doing videos, likely once a day, on our adventure and on our fun and all of that. And so, yeah, there you go. Omega Mart, highly recommend.
Especially if you have teenagers or
Yes,
20-year-olds.
yes, absolutely.
It's really geared towards
So,
that
and
age.
if you're at the younger end and you're like, I don't know if I want to, yeah, I don't know what I'd be willing to do, you go off the
They would
strip,
love
you
that.
go to
You can
Omega
drop
Mart.
them off for a few hours.
I don't think the boys,
Like-
I think the boys we could drop off with $50 and leave them there
For
and they'd
like
be there
4
for
or
the
5
day.
hours, they would
I don't
be
think they would
absolutely
care.
good.
I think
Yeah.
the toy store they'd be in, they'd be all over that. There's so much stuff to do in there for
And
for
if they
teenagers.
wore something that's fun in black light,
I did wear my Billy shirt and it glowed in the dark and that was kind of fun. So, that was fun. And we haven't seen any shows yet. So
Not yet.
we'll be reporting on those likely tomorrow.
yeah, we have some
So,
plans, so
Yeah.
that's one of the really fun
And
things about
please,
Vegas.
Penn and Teller, be healthy, be safe. I want to see you guys live. Really, really
I'm
do.
trying for years.
I've been so good. I really need to see Penn and Teller. So, fingers crossed that actually happens this time. All right, guys, take care. All the best, and don't forget to hit like and
All the
subscribe.
ramblings.
You're browsing your way through. You just
Can you
happened upon
imagine
this
people
video.
browsing through and happen upon this
Sure.
video?
Rambling about Vegas.
What are these old people just talking?
I'll even title this "Rambling About Vegas Day 1." So there you go. Thank you guys for all your support, and we will talk to you again soon.